Hello guys, welcome to another React file. In this tutorial we are going to make a book list just by React file. By JS React file you can create and design this such bookstore, and you can run it inside the browser. So it's super simple, and you can use you can use from React file, React for creating a book list and bookstore. Just jump inside the VS Code editor and design this one just pause React file. So it would be super simple, and you can just create this React just book list by one JS file. So one JS file is to this JS to link this JS file with root component as HTML file attribute. To make a book list, for this one we can write down function of this book list. In the book list, we can write down the book list is the function of this one, and open the parentheses, and after that we can write down the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, so this function should be returned to inside the parentheses. We can just add that book we are going to make store inside right here. So const of book 1 or book 2 or 3 is equal to inside the curly braces. We just write down the names and the titles, and adds the image of this book. So it's for example, if we write down each one, inside each one we just can type the name of this book, and we can duplicate this one. We can give the name for this each one, for each 5, and we can type the author's name of this book. So we should add this each tag element inside the article element. So for this one, we can write an article element, and we can copy and paste right here like this one. So right now we should go ahead and make a image element. So we can write down open tag img or image and close the tag like this one. So we can add this book inside the book list. This book list such as a bookstore. So we just can write down section element. Inside the section element we can add this book like this one. Open the tag book and close the tag. So we can clear this one and clean this one, and can write down book, open the tag, and after that we can close this tag. It's for this reason to add this book and give a name for this book. We can add right here. So right now we should type the name of this book, the title of this book, and authors of this book name, and we can add image of this book right here. At the first we should write down the const of this variable. I've got 3 variables: the titles, authors, and image of this book. We should the first one we should type the name of this book we are going to add inside the internet, and the second one we can write down const of this title. Open the curly braces, return to inside the parentheses. We just can type the name of this title. For example, open the tag and closing the tag. We just write down the name of this book. For example, I love the book. This title is the title of this book. I love that ocean book, and we have got include the tag like this one, and we can write type the semicolon right here. So we've got another const. We can write down we can copy this const title right here, like this one, and change the name of the second one is the title of author of this book. Who is the author of this book? We can then type the name of this book's authors. For example, Mr. James. Mr. James have written this book by the name of I Love the Ocean Book, and is the title the author's name of this book, and we can add image of this book, such this one. Return to img, open the tag and close the tag. If we have got for example this image and save it inside the folder, we just write down open the tag img source is equal. So just focus right here. The source of this file should be, we just can add this username, this image names inside the curly braces, because React just know the source folder. For example, the source title. For example, just to know the attribute just by curly braces. For example, class name or class, and React do not accept the class name by the name of class is equal to double quotation, and we should write the class name is equal to curly braces, like this one. So we can add this title inside the curly braces, title, authors, and image right here. So we have got this username, the name of image. We can add right here inside the image element. Source is equal we can just insert the name of or the photo of this box right here. So we should link this this attribute or this page with HTML file. So for this one, we can write down at the first React DOM.render. The book list is the name of this function. You can add right here and comma document dot get element by ID. Inside the parentheses, we can write down this attribute by the name of root. So I've got this book name and this concept of this book. So we should give a name for this attribute. Class name is equal to book list. So inside the terminal, if we run the page, we can see the change what we have done inside this React file. So for this one, we can write down inside the terminal npm start. So you can see the change inside the browser. So the first, we should add and import image from folder. For example, user one. We have got this user this image like this one. Import user one and from dot slash inside this folder by the name of image folder. We have got this image. Just can import from this folder this image, and inside this image we just type the name of this photo, user1 dot png as png format. We have saved this one inside this image folder. So if we run this page, we should copy this and open by Firefox or Google Chrome. So hit enter. just wait a moment. So right here we have got this title by the name of title, image and other. So we should remove this and refresh the page. So what's happened right here? So we have got this book list, the render book list, and right here there's a root component, and we should link this index this JS file with CSS file. So right here, have a look. So just a moment, we can write down open tag title and closing the tag. So we can add this title element and the other element inside this book variable, and you can see that. So we should import the image of this book. I've got img element, open and closing tag. Right inside this img element we can add so have a look right here. The first letter of this variable should be to capital letter, because the React does not accept the lowercase letter. It should be to the capital letter, and we can change it to capital letter like this one. So right now we can run the page. Have a look right here inside the browser. We have got this book list. The first one, I love the ocean book. So we can change the name, the title, and the image of this book. So we can design this file just by CSS file. So I'll go ahead and inside the CSS file. So right now we've got the first inside this element. We can add this p tag element. If we are going to give more information and describe about this book, you just can type inside the p tag element. For example, this person is so powerful, or is powerful author, like this one. So the first one is the first method of creating a book list by React file inside the internet page. So have a look right here. We have got this book element. If we duplicate this one, we can see the change, and we can add multiple book inside the browser, and we can change the names of this book. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this one, book 1, book 2, and book 3, and book 4. So for this one, we should write down the book 1. So right now we have got book 1, and we can make other books such as this one, for example, such this book 1, and we can copy this one, and we can bring to inside the collaborations like this one. So the first we can try to can change this const to this feature. For example, like this one, the const of title, the const of the authors, and the const of image, such this one. So we can add and type the title of this book inside the single quotation like this one, the console author, and so we have got this title inside this e tag element. We can add inside this function an h1 element and h5 element. We can write here inside the curly braces the author of this book. Okay, this one, and right here inside image for element source is equal. Inside the curly braces we just add the name of this book, for example user1. We have saved this image by the name user1. Right here we can write down the name of this book one. For example, I love the ocean book. Who is the authors of this book? We can type its author's name for by the name of Mr. or Miss Mary, and we can give more information about this. And so no matter where you want to give more information and type about this book inside right here or inside this under this const of this author. So you can duplicate, copy and paste right here. You just change the book 1 to book 2, book 3 and book 4. So you can add multi book and create book feature inside the book list. Just change the name of this book 1 to book 2. So we can change the name of the title of this book to by the name of Life is Beautiful. Its author is Mr. Jack. So and we can change its image like this one, user2, and right here we can just duplicate it and we can import this image from image folder by the name of user2. So right here we should remove this one. I've got to import search this one in the next CSS. We just can remove this one, and we can give more information about this book inside this p tag element. Search this one, and we can describe about this book 2 or book 3 just inside the paragraph. If we are going to make a paragraph for this book, we just can do like this one. So she is a very good person to and write more work. And write more books like this, and you can change and add the book 3 titles such this one, and we can change and import its image inside this quotation mark. So the second one is this book is by the name of Kate's Box. So its author is we can just type its author's name by the name of Mr. James, and we can import its image by the name of user 3 or user 4. So we can describe about this one and right here import user3 or user4, the name of this, the image of this book, the second book by the user3. So we can remove this one, do not need for this one. So right here, have a look inside the browser. So we do not have a book by the name of a book 4. We can remove this one like this. So what's the error? User 4 is not defined. So right here, have a look how we have got this book 1, 2, 3. The coins of book 1 is 7, book 2 is book 3. So right here we should change by the user 3. So we can change its author's name by the name Mrs. Susan. So it's the second method of creating a book list. Have a look right here inside the browser. So we should go ahead inside the CS file. So we'll talk about this and how we can format this book list just by CS file. So have a look right here. We have got index.css. So inside the sidebar I've got index.css. So we designed this one, padding margin 0 and box sizing is border box, and body is the format of body, the book list, weight, size and height, size, padding and display. At media screen at this max weight we can design this one, such we have a look right here. And book attribute inside is pixel we can change also upon repeat 3 per each fragment. Allow right here we can change it the background color to this color. If we change to repeat to 3 fragment, allow right here. So we can format this attribute just by CSS file. This is the second method of creating a book list just by React file. So go ahead right here where we can comment this one. So let's make a book list by this method. Just write down function of this book list by the name book list. No matter what kinds of name do you want to give for this book store. So open the process. So we should return to this section. Inside the process we can write down the first we should make an element by the name. We should make a section for this book list. So we'll talk about this one. Right here we can write down book const of this variable by the name book. So is equal to, open the parenthesis and a function open the curly braces, return to this book's title, author and image. At the first we should make as an article element. So for begin an article we can write down the class name is equal to book list. This attribute should be the class name because React just accepts all the attribute by the name of class name and does not accept by attribute by the name of class. So we can write down class name is equal to, inside the quotation sign we can write down this one, this attribute. So right here, have a look. We are going to make cons of this box. If we are going to add multiple for example multiple or a lot, we can add for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 box inside one book list. So for this one, open the collapses and the first if we are going to give an ID for this book, title, authors and image. So ID is equal to and authors of this one and author of this book. So select this one and the second book, the third book and the fourth book. I've got book 1 by the number ID, number 1 giving an ID for this one, number 2, number 3, and we can duplicate this one. So have a look right here. So this is equal to collapses. Inside the collapses we just add img, because right here we have got this img element. So we can add a tag element, we can add this function by the name of title function, and we have got the h5 element, and we can add the author of this book like this one. So right here we can write down const of this title or authors or image like this one, image. Inside this collaborations you can write down image, title, authors of this book, author so is equal to. So inside this process, if we are going to write here props or properties of this book, we can write down the cons of the image, title, author is equal to the props. So right here inside the book list, inside this section element, we can add books.map. So if we're going to add this book inside this parenthesis books.map, so we're trying to mapping this variable, for example books.map book and index. Inside the columns we can just return to this book list. So like this one, return to book, open the tag book. So key is equal to book, box.id, because we have got books with its books with its ID, and for this one we can return books.id. Open the column braces and write in dot book search this book right here have got, and close that tag. So we can add this book inside this function of this book list. Like this one, inside the corpuses. If we refresh the page, we can see the change. This book list, such this one, such this book list. You can see this method of creating book list. Cons of books with ID, title, authors, and image, like this one. If you add another books, you can just copy this one and change its ID and title and authors and image, and can import its image or its image links right here. You can remove this. Do notice so we should fix this problem right here. Have a look. So this is the book list we have designed it by React file. You can see the first book by the name of this book, the second book, and the third book, the fourth book. So the function of this book list, class is the book list, post.map, index like this one, number 4. You can just book.id right here. Have a look right here. You just can add another book inside this cons of this book. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. See you then in the next one.